What it is, my Tenno, it's your boy PC Grease here, and today we're doing a review of the new alert system, Nightwave. And for this Nightwave, we got the Wolf of Saturn 6. Now do keep in mind that it is ending in about 3-ish weeks, if I recall correctly.
It's that time again, dreamers.
So make sure if you have wolf creds, you spend them before it ends, because if you don't, you lose them, which I don't necessarily agree with, but topic for a different time. Now, with all of those things said, let's talk about the changes that need to be made as well, and then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the challenges, then we'll talk about the reward system, and I'll showcase some of it for you. So, first things first, where do we go from here with this alert system? Overall, I think that the Nightwave was the correct move for really an outdated alert system. Now, the big question you have to ask from DE is, where do you go from here? Now, if DE is always ready with another Nightwave to replace the one that's ending, then everything should be fine. But what if DE, let's say for example, doesn't happen to finish a Nightwave in time? Does that just mean that the players out there that need the certain rewards from those alerts are now going to be unable to acquire them? Well, I don't necessarily think that that's true. There's nothing that says that DE can't go back to the old alert system, at least temporarily, if they need more time to ready a new Nightwave. Now, the couple things I've noticed personally about Nightwave that do need to be rectified is, number one, there was always an Endo alert mission, and currently with Nightwave, there is no allocation for any Endo, be it from wolf creds, be it from earning a rank. There is no Endo reward, and I think similar to the Kuba reward, there needs to be an Endo reward that is brought up to date with the economy in the game, and I think that they did a good job with Kuba. So I would like to see Endo either being added in this type of amount, or that and it being added to the wolf cred offerings so that players can just purchase what they want. And I think it should be economical, similar to the Nitane extract, because I think that they did a really good job on the value of Nitane there. Yeah, so overall, I did love the Wolf of Saturn 6. I did. I think Nightwave, this is a huge step forward for the alert systems, and I have to commend and compliment DE on a fantastic job that they did. Really, you know, it is awesome. Every single week, myself, my friends, my clanmates, we were excited to see how DE was going to challenge the community. And we loved it. When we saw challenges like, you know, running an hour survival with friends and clanmates, running a Kuba survival for an hour with no life support pods, running 40 waves of defense with friends or clanmates, we got excited when we saw these types of challenges. We absolutely adored them. And I think overall, the majority of the challenges were a smashing success. They sent the players back to activities that they had probably abandoned and never planned to go back to. I know in my case they certainly did. There were activities, for example, Sanctuary Onslaught, Nightmare missions, things of this nature, helping Clem. I haven't done any of that kind of stuff in ages. And these challenges sent me back to those activities that I had previously abandoned. So in that regard, it was a smashing success. But all was not well, because while myself, my friends, my clanmates, and probably many of you, when we got excited about seeing these types of challenges, there was a segment of the community that was not happy to see those at all. And they would actually rally in the forums to have these changed and or removed. Now, don't condemn these people, don't insult them. Listen, there's two sides to every coin. These folks just wanted to be able to run these challenges solo, and I totally get that. I do, because off and on I do tend to run a lot of the Warframe content solo, so I understand. I do. However, I find it hard to believe, in fact I will straight out say I have an extreme amount of doubt that there is a single player in the Warframe community from day 1 to day 1000 that has soloed every single bit of content of Warframe by themselves. I would not believe it. I just don't. At some point, you squatted up with somebody, you squatted up with randoms, someone showed you around, somebody taxied you, so on and so forth. So I am extremely doubtful that there is a single player out there that soloed absolutely every single solitary type of activity. Now, with that said, my point that I'm trying to make is maybe you squat up when you run arbitrations. Maybe you squat up when you run ESO. Maybe you squat up when you run relics, and on and on. My point here is squat up and run these challenges. If you want to complete them, if you want the points, squat up and run these challenges. And if you don't want to, then don't do them. Because quite simply, I guarantee you, there are people out there in the community right now, somewhere, that hate or dislike certain challenges. Every single challenge is probably disliked by somebody. Case in point, myself. You guys and gals know my opinion on gilding. This challenge gets a big piece and grease, whoop-ah, middle finger. In fact, I am literally flipping off my monitor right now. But my point stands. I'm not doing this. I think, gilding the way that it's set up now is a blight on the face of Warframe. So I'm not doing this. Period. The end. I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. Now, there are many that do not like the hunting or the conservation activities. They hate it. All right? In fact, with the potential nerfs to Ibarra's Sleep Arrow and not being able to get perfect captures anymore, many people are not going to be running this. Many people are not going to. In fact, I can tell you I'm not going to run it because I have captured all of the animals and all the species of animals in the Orbalis. In fact, I have both emblems. I have them equipped on each side of my sentinels and my pets. To me, this is a 5,000 point challenge. I don't think this is enough because it must be 10 perfect captures, not good, perfect captures. So for me personally, I'm not going to be doing this one. So you get my point, I hope, that there are challenges people are not going to complete because they refuse to, because they don't like activities. Just like this. I don't care if DE gave me 2 months to complete these 2 activities. I'm not doing them. Likewise, if you don't like these challenges, don't do them. If you want the points, squat up and run them. So those are your options, and I don't think either one of those is necessarily a bad option. Now, with the challenge discussion out of the way, let's talk about the rewards. Now, first and foremost, I must commend whoever at DE came up with this reward system. This reward system, to me, shows an evolution by DE, a realization that the game of Warframe has evolved, the economy has changed, and the economy of the rewards has to change with it. And that's what this reward system shows me. It is fan-freaking-tastic. Moreover, a lot of the rewards are actually items that DE consistently makes money on. From weapon slots to Warframe slots to Forma bundles. Not a singular Forma, a Forma bundle. Potatoes. So on and so forth. All of these challenges are all of these rewards are fan-freaking-tastic. They're awesome. They are. They really are. With all of those things said, there is a prestige level. Now, before I jump straight into that, I do want to point out that the Wolf of Saturn 6 armor and the Saturn 6 Syandana are at levels 28 and 30, and there is also Umbra Forma. Now, I'm grateful. Thank you, DE, for the Umbra Forma. I really am. But we have been waiting for Excal Umbra for, I think China had it for 3 years. So we had waited that long. And now, since we have Excal Umbra, we have been waiting this entire time for a way to polarize our slots and our equipment for the Umbra polarity. And we're still waiting. So to give us an Umbra Forma is a can of worms. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. However, if you have any plans to release new Umbral mods or new Umbral Warframes going forward, you're going to have to do something. And that something is bite the bullet, put the Umbral polarity on the Forma. We already have a system in place to earn it. We already have a system in place to build it. We already have a system in place to buy it. It's time to put the Umbral polarity on the Forma. It's time, DE. Bite the bullet and let's get it done. We've been waiting long enough for this. Now, let's talk about the Saturn 6 armor bundle and the Saturn 6 Syandana.
Till then.
Now, I will say that if you're looking for a really flashy armor set, this is not for you. This armor set in Syandana are a very basic bitch type of armor set in Syandana. There's no strobing or flashing light. There's no sprinkles. There's no bells and whistles. There's no wild color trails or vapor trails coming off these things. They don't do anything. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm trying to go for a very subtle, very low-key Loki. Get it? Low-key Loki? Ba-doom-ch. Moving on. That's what I'm going for. And this armor set and Syandana work perfectly for that look. So if you are like me, and you're looking for a very low-key, very subtle, non-flashy type of armor set in Syandana, here you go. This would work perfectly for you. Now, at this point, I'm sure somebody spotted that I do have an Umbral Forma. And you're probably wondering, well, Peace,
safe and sound.
you have an Umbral Forma?
Now, just in
yes,
case
I do.
some of you ain't doing all
Now, because of all of the clickbait out there in YouTube land, of everybody and their brother saying this is what you should put your Forma on, this is why you shouldn't use your Forma, this is why you should use your Forma, yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you where I put my Forma, my Umbral Forma. And I'm sure at this point you can probably guess where I put it. And you would be correct. I put it on my favorite Warframe in the game, Nidus. He is absolutely my favorite Warframe in the game. And he does have an Umbral build. Therefore, I needed the Umbral Forma on him. Now, you may be mistaken to assume that this was a bad choice on my part because we don't even have Nidus Prime yet. But the simple fact of the matter is that Nidus Prime is still a long ways off. So I'm going to get all of my usage out of this. And I probably still won't delete my regular Nidus once Nidus Prime does come along. There's really no reason to do so. Furthermore, I'm hoping well before that time, DE finally does add the Umbral Polarity to the regular Forma, as they should. Now, I did have to Forma my Nidus 8 times to get the Umbral mods on him, and this actually left me no room for an Exilus mod. Furthermore, I couldn't use any other aura mod besides Steel Charge. After applying the Umbral Forma to my Nidus, I am now able to run a Exilus mod, and I'm able to run a different aura mod as long as I don't max Umbral Vitality to the last rank. If I do so, I'll be 1 point short to be able to run a different aura mod, but decisions. So, yeah, I used my Umbral Forma, and I have no regrets. Now, with all of those things said, let's talk about Prestige. So what's Prestige, Peace? Well, I'm glad you asked. Once you get to rank 30, you get to Prestige the Nightwave. Now, my hope was that upon completing, arriving at rank 30 and quote-unquote prestiging it, that the reward pool would just start over again, and I would start over at rank 1, and I would have a chance to earn, many of these items all over again. Sadly, this is not the case. Once you hit rank 30, this is what you get. Yeah. Let me illustrate my point a little bit more. You get 15 wolf creds at every single rank. Before rank 30, you were getting 50 wolf creds. So you were literally getting a fraction of the wolf creds you were getting. Now, let me point this out and make it a little bit more clear. 15 wolf creds. What can you buy with 15 wolf creds? Well, you can't get a Vauban part. You damn sure can't get a potato. You can't even get an ornament. You can't get an alternate helm. You can't get an aura mod. You can't get weapon skins. You can't get these weapon blueprints. What can you get? You can get Nightwave, and that is all. Nothing more. But let's say you really need a catalyst or reactor. That's what you really need. It is going to take you not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 ranks. 5 ranks. 50,000 points. 50,000 standing. 5 ranks to earn enough wolf creds to buy 1 potato. 1, and only 1. Yeah, this is horrible. This should have been called something else besides Prestige. It should have been called maybe, I don't know, Pistige. It should have been called, it's horrible. It's horrendous. It's awful. There's no reason to go past 30. And it's a little sad because I got, the whole reason I was running these challenges was, first of all, for the challenge, but also for the reward systems I could potentially earn. After you prestige it, you have to ask yourself the question, why even bother running these challenges anymore? Because you don't get anything really out of it. There's really no payoff. So in my opinion, if you're getting close to rank 30, just stop there. There's no point going any further. There really is not. And it's really interesting to see this shift. I've got to think that whoever came up with the first 1 to 30 reward ranks, they are a freaking rock star, and they have their fingers on the pulse of the community. They figured out that the economy in Warframe has changed, and the rewards have to change to match. But then once you get to rank 30 and you quote-unquote prestige it, yeah, it's like the old DE at this point. You go from the new DE, the cutting edge, the interesting, the exciting DE, from rank 1 to 30, and then old DE. It's awful. It's like that old DE of, oh, here, hey, thanks for staying 30 waves in a defense mission. Here's 15 endo. Thanks for staying for 45 minutes in a survival mission. Here's, 30 Kuba. It's bad. It's just really, really bad. So yeah, it's interesting to see new DE, old DE, new DE, old DE. Oh man. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you like about Nightwave? What did you dislike about Nightwave? And until next time, peace and grace.